Yo, what up, YouTube? It's the Lore Master. Going to be talking about episodes 7 and 8 of Orville. Been kind of busy, so that's why I've been kind of doing two parts recently. Hopefully by episode 9, I'll be able to get back to that individual thing, and then episode 10, we'll do that, and then the season review. But anyway, let's get into it. Episode 7. I like this episode, maybe for like a different reason. A lot of people like it. I like it for the backstory we got with the Kalon. We'll talk about that in a second. But the episode starts out with this society that's led by women. All the women are like in charge of everything. Like the men can't be in charge of anything, so they make the Orville ship appear to be the same way. They make the Union appear to be that all the women are in charge and all the men are just kind of like do the muscle work. So they're kind of tricking this society and be like, hey, we're the same as you, and they're going to slowly lead them into actually the men are equal or whatever. That kind of backfires on them later on in the episode. The other major point of this episode was Isaac, and there was this other Kalon they find on the planet that they were in orbit of. And this Kalon has feelings and is like self-aware and can like think on his own and stuff. They bring him aboard and they're like, hey, Isaac, you know, you can get these feelings too. It's just a simple procedure. And then the nurse and Isaac, since they have a relationship, they're like, she's like, yeah, I was like, you should get the procedure so we can like be closer in a relationship or whatever. So they get it, but the procedure doesn't hold because Isaac is like a Mark II Kalon, and his like self-repair system kicks in and like fixes it. So the only way they could do that is if they like erase his memory or something like that. But what I really liked about this episode was the backstory we got with the Kalon. I wish the entire episode was this plot point where they show like the society of the Kalons, like before they were all robots. They showed their organics, their creators, making them. So they started out making the robots just to do like kind of like busy work around the house, wash dishes, cook, mow the yard, stuff like that. The Kalon, why are you treating us different? Why are you being mean to us? And then they had like a little torture device they created to like try to keep the Kalon in check, and they kind of just tortured the Kalon and made them feel pain. So that's why the Kalon raised up and killed all their organics, and now that's why they hate all the organics, aliens and stuff. So that's what I liked about this episode, was just the backstory of the Kalon and kind of understanding them more. I wish the entire episode was that. Overall, it was a decent episode. Just wish it was more of that stuff. Moving on to episode 8 now. So they go back to a planet where like all the Moclan females live from, like, it was like season 1 or 2 episode. It was the 9 to 5 episode where they fight with like the Dolly Parton song or whatever. So they go back to this planet. They have to go there like every year or something like that, they said, for like an annual investigation of the planet to make sure all the females aren't abducting more Moclan females and taking them to this planet. So both the Union and the Moclans go and investigate. The Moclans kidnap Topa because she's brought along just to kind of like have fun and like see what other Moclan females look like. So they take her, they kidnap her, they torture her. But while this is happening, the Moclan ambassador is being questioned in front of like all the other alien species, being like, you don't respect our culture, you always break our laws and stuff. So they're like just having that discussion of politics between the Moclans and the other Union members. By the end of it, the Moclans get kicked out of the Union. So we'll see the ramifications of that in future episodes, I'm sure. So Topa's tortured. Kelly and Mortis, or whatever his name is, her dad, go and save her, and then like take her in front of the council to show them that, hey, this is actually what's happening. The Moclans are torturing our kids or whatever. So that's why they get kicked out. Overall, the episode was just kind of okay. It was another just all right episode. It was the longest episode they had, and that's my problem with this show. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like there's so much filler in this season because each episode is now over an hour. I think this was the longest episode, an hour and 37 minutes, I believe. There's just so much filler now. Like the budget's high. It seems like the visual quality is really good. It's just there's so much extra writing that doesn't need to be in there. They could really cut like 30-40 minutes off some of these episodes. But anyway, decent episode. We'll see where it goes for episode 9 and 10. Do all the fun YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.